Okay, I'm just close this up a little bit. There we go. All right, Kenya, what you got?
My name is Kenya. I'm 17 and I go to Luther Burbank High School. And I was a part of a road trip with three other girls, and we went to the East Coast all the way down like to the South. So we saw Philadelphia, Baltimore, Virginia, North and South Carolina, Georgia, and Alabama, and it was really fun. And you get to see, well, I got to see the different like cultures and stuff, and the food was like amazing. And one particular experience was, I wouldn't say it was like new, it was like pancakes are different, like in different states. So like we went to this breakfast shop, and I had ordered like pancakes, so I thought it was gonna be like like them small little pancakes, like when you go to IHOP or Denny's, and that was not what it was. So it was like a big old pound cake, like a 3-layer cake, and I was just like, oh my god, like I got a picture of it, but I was like, I'm not gonna eat this whole thing. It was so crazy, and because I thought, because in Sacramento, when you say pancakes, you just get some regular pancakes, but no, that wasn't it. And then we got to go to these different restaurants, like in Philadelphia. So we went to like this Philly cheesesteak restaurant, and it's in the movie Rocky. It's crazy, and it was really good. And we went to the steps where like he runs up and stuff, and it was not in the movie. It's like he runs up hang along. It's really not that long. And then we saw his statue. Um, it was really fun, and we got to see kind of like the different neighborhoods, and it was fun. And then we went to the African American Museum, like the Smithsonian and the lynching museums, and that was like a whole bunch of like information, like you know, like about slavery and everything. But when you really go into the museum, it's like broken down, and it's just a whole bunch of information. You get to see kind of like the cabins like they slept in, and it was like really big. It was really fun. It was mind blowing, and I would like love to go back again. But it was really fun, and I had a good time.
Any questions for her?
What what was your most favorite part of going on this trip? Besides food.
My most favorite part is probably when we would go out to eat and we would just talk and just like have a whole bunch of fun. That's probably my favorite part.
What did you think about some of the exhibits in the African American Smithsonian? Did you know any of that history?
Yeah, I knew like some of the history. Like usually when they teach you about slavery, when you research, it's always about like the brutal stuff, and but then when you go, you get to really see like more of like the different inventions and more kind of like what this stuff means to like the African American history and what it means to us being African Americans. So that was really interesting.
Anything stick out to you like wow or like I had never seen the Constitution before up close and personal, so I went
Yeah,
to I know I'm looking stuff like that. I mean, not like I don't want to, but I just never crossed my mind. So anything,
something I just had it. Something that stuck out was probably when we were at the like the lynching museum. So when you go in and then you go around, there's like they give you like this. I can't explain it, but it gives you reasons on like why some why the black people were lynched. And man, like it was the most. I got a little upset because it was really stupid. Like one was like a black man was lynched because he was being annoying to a white lady, and then another one was this black man had testified against a white person for raping this black woman. He was just lynched, and I was just like, wow.
wow. Any other questions? How did you get to ride in the front seat all the way down from Pennsylvania to Atlanta?
Because okay, so this is what happened. So when we first got the rental car, I I had finished my stuff, like I had put it all in there first, like, and so I was looking around. I was like, I don't know if anybody's gonna call the front seat, so I just hopped up in there, and then
Didn't want to say nothing to nobody. Huh?
I was just like looking around, and then when we kept going, I would literally kind of like, I don't know if y'all know, but I would be like slow and like, is anybody around the front seat? And then when nobody was just going and they would just get in their safe spot, so I was like, okay.
You know how warm my neck was hurting?
So I was like, okay, I'm just around the front seat, but because usually, like in my family, the oldest person rides like
That's
in
how
the
it is in
front.
my family.
Yeah, so Nigel was the oldest, so I'll be looking at her like, you know, right in the front, but she just getting the back. So I just,
Well, they did change seats. They switched sides. You
yeah.
remember?
Me and
But that was like it.
that does not count.
But she did get to ride in the front though one time when
Yes,
they
she
had
did.
went to get some gas. But that was it.
How did you feel hearing different people's accents and stuff?
Like for example, in Philadelphia when we were at the Philly cheesesteak, the guy was messing with everyone, and I'm used to that because that's what my dad's family does. So I just thought it was funny. But,
He's picking with everybody
yeah.
right now. Who's next after? Oh, you have a question? Go ahead.
Where was your favorite place that you went?
I don't know. My favorite place. Maybe it would have been Philadelphia, probably. That was my favorite place.
Right now. Who's next? We're gonna have some more questions for you. Just come up to where she goes. Okay, Isis.
Oh, let me.
Hi, my name is Isis Wilson. I'm 16 and I'm a junior at Luther Burbank. And I got to go on the 10th annual Quality of Life road trip, and it was really fun. Even though they said they switched seats, I sat in the middle the whole time. I had my knees in my chest for 8 days, y'all. Like, like they was all complaining about the front seat. Like the middle seat, it wasn't. But yeah, it was a lot of fun though, being with all the other girls and like really spending time with them. Because like even though we come to the internship and we see each other, it's like different when like you spend like 24/7 with somebody because you like get to really see how they are. And you know, it was like, and at first I was a little scared and nervous because I was like, I'm traveling like by myself with like people that I know but like don't really know. And you know, normally like you travel with your family, so it's a little bit different. But it was really interesting to travel with them because they're really funny. You know, it was a lot of fun. You know, DJ got my nerves a little bit being on the phone at like 3 o'clock in the morning. and I'm trying to sleep. But other than that, it was a lot of fun, and I really liked all the different sites that we saw. Especially like when we went to the African American Smithsonian, because it's like you like know about slavery, but you only know what they teach you from the book. So like when you really go and you see that stuff, it's like it explains a lot more. Because a lot of times they'll just tell you like people were slaves. You know, Harriet Tubman came, nobody was slaves, but they don't tell you like what happened in most like the 400, 600 time period where there actually were slaves. You don't really get to like see that stuff and like how it worked in the system and why they did that. So it was really interesting. And it was also interesting going to like the lynching memorial because it was like, we don't really talk about like lynching and we don't talk about how that like affected us, especially since a lot of the reason why so many Black people left the South was because of lynching. So they say there was like a great migration, but they don't tell you why the migration even happened in the first place. So it was really interesting to learn that. And like one thing that really stood out to me was like there was this one person who was lynched, and I think they said like Tennessee. And so after his lynching, like 80,000 people left Tennessee within like 8 days. Like they were just gone. But they don't tell you like why like they left. And it was like really interesting too, like seeing a lot of the reasons why the people were lynched. Because when you think about that type of stuff, you don't think that people have a reason for why they did something. Like even if their reason is stupid. So like, and like Kenya said, you know, the one where the white girl said the man was annoying. There was one where it was like a man's daughter was raped. So he went to the police and then he was lynched. And there was another one where it was like a school teacher walking home and some kids threw some rocks at her and she told them like to leave her alone and like not to do that. And then she was like lynched. It was a whole thing. It was just like, it was really interesting though. And the food, oh my God, the food was so good, especially when we were in the South. Like that, the soul food, it was good. And my family comes from like the South, so they make like really good soul food, but it was different, like eating it straight from like the place where this stuff comes out of. And It was really good, and I think I gained a lot of weight. And like, I know I look skinny, but like, I'm pretty sure I gained like 5 pounds. Yeah, and we saw the stairs from Rocky too, which was really cool. And it was long, like it was hot too. And they were like, "Let's run up the stairs." I'm like, "It is 100 degrees." I jogged. I was not running up no things. I was not running. I don't run anyway. That's no. But like, I wasn't running up those stairs. There was a lot of stairs.
Yeah, watch y'all run her.
Yeah, I was like, they was like, let's run up and down the stairs. I was like, I can't.
How did you feel about going to Big Daddy's and seeing all that food there?
Oh, it was a lot. Like, they just had all our trays, and like, we're getting ready to order. We stand in that line, and I can't change my order like 7 times because I was all like, wait.
Oh
It
God.
was just so good. And like, the people were real friendly. Like, here in California, like, people is friendly, but like, they could be kind of like rude a little bit. But out there, they was nice. Everybody was willing to help you. You just like, you look like you needed help. They'll just come up to you and be like, "Do you need help, ma'am?" And I was like, "Oh, you guys are like so polite."
What was your experience like at the Lincoln Memorial?
The Lynching Memorial.
The Lincoln Memorial.
The Lincoln Memorial.
Big old Lincoln.
That was interesting too, because like there was a lot of steps to get up there, but I powered through and we got up there, and and it was like you can see like the view, like you see the White House and all types of different like monuments around, and it was interesting because like you watch movies all the time and they have that in there, so it's different when you actually get to see like the stuff that you would just see in the movies, and we got to see the White House too, which was really cool. And it was really interesting just to be able to look and like just see the things that you never think that you would actually ever get to see like right in front of you. Because when you see it on TV, it's like, oh, but like when you actually get to see it, you're like, wow, like it's really cool.
What did you think about Atlanta?
Atlanta, it was probably one of my favorite places we went. Because I really liked it, like the vibe and everything. And it was kind of hot, but like I just liked how like lively the people were and how nice they were. And there was a lot of Black people, and like even though we live in California and it's pretty diverse, it's different when you see like everywhere you go. It's like a Black person here, Black person there. So it was really nice.
Very diverse Black people too.
Mm-hmm.
How did you like the mall?
The mall. So this gonna sound weird because like most teenagers like this, but I hate malls. Like I don't like them, but I actually liked going to that mall because it was very diverse in the stores. Because like malls out here, it's like the same like 5 Hot Topic, what's it, hot dog on a stick, the pretzel places. Like it's boring. Yeah. But like going to that mall, it was really, they had like a lot of different stores and varieties. Like they had like Louis Vuitton. I was like, oh, I can't afford
They had high end
Yeah.
stores in there.
I was like, it was really cool because they had like Louis Vuitton and products. Like, I
Hey,
can't
Louis.
afford that, but it looks nice.
Did you see any other young people? Like I did see an Instagram celebrity.
I don't know.
TikTok.
I didn't know.
TikTok.
I didn't know
Right,
who
I
that
didn't know who
person
that
was.
Oh my God, y'all! Oh my God, girl!
That was so funny.
I had a whole freak out in the middle of the mall. I was
Yes, you
embarrassed.
did.
Oh my God, oh my God, oh my God. I was like, who was that?
Ooh, that was funny. I'm so sorry, but that was I don't know what happened.
Right, you want she's running to the car.
And then she pulled up this person's TikTok. They had like 1,000 followers. I was like, nice.
Oh God. So I did get a chance to stand outside of Tyler Perry's studio.
Yeah.
What was that like?
It was really cool.
Where they make all them shows at?
Yeah, a lot of people in my family, they love them some Medea. So like it was cool, and I took a picture and I sent it to my family group chat, and they was all freaking out for me. I was like, oh.
Yeah, so we couldn't even get past the gate. Like,
Mhm.
but I mean, you know, it's all good. If there's any place on that road trip you think young people like in here should go, what places you think they should go?
I say the main places would be the African American Smithsonian and the Lynching Memorial and the mall, because like just to like see those different things. I just thought it was really interesting, like just to be able to see those things that you like, you know them, but you don't really know them. Like, you know, like textbook, but you don't know like what it's like actually seeing it up front. And also when we saw those like people drumming, doing the little drum line, that was really cool.
Oh, I forgot all about
Yeah,
that.
that
Tell them
drum-
about that. What
Yeah,
was
so
that?
there was like, so we were like driving past, and all of a sudden it like got hecka
We were
loud.
in Baltimore.
When we were in Baltimore, it got hecka loud, and I was like, is that like a train? So we pulled over to like see what that noise was, it was like some kids, and they're like, I think it was like an apartment complex, and they're like playing the drums, and like to support them, people were like holding like pom poms and like dancing along with it, so because they were like a drum line, like I guess they had to practice. It was like really cool. I wish I got a video of it, but it was really cool, and it was just really cool to see like them all just out there supporting like these young Black kids who are like trying to make music.
That's what's up. Very good. Thank you. Any questions for her? Anybody? I'm up here laughing. Okay.
Yes, DJ.
So what was your funniest moment?
The funniest one. There are so many. There was one. Oh, I can't tell that story. There was another one. It's not appropriate. There was that moment when we were, oh my God, we were driving in the car.
I know what you're talking
And Mama Rose saw that homeless man. And he said, oh shit, he's scary as hell.
Yeah, you was like, he scared the shit out of me.
And she was like, he looked like the Walking Dead.
He looks scary. He looks very scary.
And then like later that night, we saw another group of homeless men, and she goes, "Oh, he's just as scary as the other guy." She was like, "He's 5 seconds away from those Walking Dead eyes."
How did you see any young people hustling on the road trip?
Oh yes, the people who cleaned our car.
There was a whole bunch of young brothers like y'all age.
And
And instead of just begging, they was washing with. They put a heart on it. It was on the whole trip.
And Mama Ro gave him. She paid him, and then she was like, "Split that with your friends." I was like, "He didn't split. He put that in his pocket. He wasn't sharing that." And then also, we were at the Lincoln Memorial. There was like a group of like young guys. They were selling like water and like Gatorade and stuff.
Hustle. East Coast is about hustle. You gotta hustle. So right on. There's a lot of funny moments. My God, it's crazy.
Let's do it again.
All right, let's see what you got, DJ.
Okay. Hi, I'm Diajane, but I go by DJ. I'm a senior, but I'm gonna graduate on Saturday, class of 2021. And I go to Burbank. And I too was also part of the road trip where we went down the East Coast. We went to like Philly, Baltimore, Georgia, Atlanta. That was my favorite place to go to because I like going to the mall and I like going downtown. There was a lot of things to do, and there was more people that looked, like me. And it was cool to see like a lot of Black owned businesses and like more stuff like that. Because in California, there's not really stuff like that. So I like that, and I like going to the mall because there's like heck of stuff to see. Even though I was on a budget and I couldn't get a lot, but it was cool to see all those things and more Black people and stuff. And I really like going to the Lynching Memorial in Alabama because like I seen like a lot of stuff that stood out to me. Like I seen like the lynchings, and that was really deep for me. It made me like upset because like it was like everything that said why like Black people were lynched, and like it was like simple things like just somebody walking like past a white woman's house while she was bathing, or like or like a farmer would end up dead, so a Black person was lynched. That like it really like stood out to me because like it was like a bunch of dumb reasons why, and it just made me like upset. And seeing like everybody who got lynched like in Louisiana, Texas, like it was a lot, and it was a lot of information to process. And I don't really know like my history like that, so like this road trip definitely changed my perspective of like like white people and stuff, and more that we went through. Because like I know we've been through slavery and stuff, but I didn't really know too much about the lynching. So it definitely, I came home like definitely with a changed mindset, and I wanted to know more about my history and stuff, because I'm like, what if that was somebody I knew that had got lynched, in those states. And I did find out that some of my family's from Florida, North Carolina, and I think Louisiana. So it definitely really, I was not the same person when I came back. Like definitely, I I learned more about like our history and stuff that I didn't even know about, and slavery, and even in the Smithsonian, the African American Smithsonian, it was like a lot of things that I didn't know about. It was a lot of information, but I really like the dancing, like how we came up with like some dances and like music, like hip hop, like folk, country, all that. I didn't even know that. So I was like, okay. And I like where it showed like the 80s era, the 90s era, all that. So I thought that was cool. And it was definitely fun too. Like it was educational, but it was fun. Like we had fun. Like I had fun. It was definitely like it was good to see like different things and different people. Cause I definitely want to travel more. So it was nice to see like different people, different foods, like their culture, all that. Like I really like when we went to that Philly cheesesteak in Philly. Yeah, that was like hecka good, and like it was like I don't know, it was good to like see like how people talk and stuff like that. Cause like I wasn't used to that because I'm from Cali, so I was like, oh, okay. And I like the Jamaican food. Like I like the jerk chicken. It was like chicken fritters and like plantain. Like that was good. And I definitely think I really gained like 5 to 10 pounds because I noticed my stomach was getting bigger. So I was like, okay, they fed me up there. I ate because I was eating McDonald's and Little Caesars before I went. So I was like, okay, I finally, got fed. Like, but it was definitely fun. And I do. My favorite place is Atlanta. Like I don't know. I just really like. I don't know. I decided like I think I want to live there and maybe go to college there because like I like the energy and I like being around more people that look like me. So and plus I want to own my own business. So like I definitely think I should be around more people that will support me because in California it's janky. Like people don't want to see you win. Like. So I just want to be around more Black people and more, especially since it's a lot of support Black-owned businesses, and that's what I want to do. So it was nice to see that.
Speaking on business, how did you feel about Baltimore? We went to the restaurant that we picked out of a Black. That was out of a Black business directory that somebody sent me. We went to that place that had crabs.
Oh yeah, that was really good, and it was lit up in there. Like everybody looked like they was having a good time. And yeah, I like that, and the crab was heckin' good. And Naja said there was poop in it or shit. And I told her I didn't want to believe her. I was like, girl, what you talking about? And I ate some of it. And then when she said that, I was like, oh my God, I just ate crab shit. But it was good. I like the energy up in there. I would definitely hang out there, like bring some of my friends and like hang out, eat there.
So we were in the heart of Baltimore, like in the heart of Baltimore where there's a lot of Black people across the street from the projects. That's why there was so many people. But nothing happened.
Yeah.
I mean, it was just we went to the restaurant.
It was nice to see like different neighborhoods and different people from different backgrounds, like meeting different people and new people. That was definitely like an eye opener, and it was cool for me to see that because I just turned 18 too, and I said I wanted to travel more. So I think it was a really good experience for me that I really got out and seen different things, different people, different backgrounds, and learn more.
How did y'all feel when we was at that lynching memorial and looking at those slabs and some of them had your last names? How did that make you feel?
It made me feel like terrible. Like I was like, and I don't even know my history like that. So it made me feel like, is that somebody that I don't know about that's in there? So it like made me question more about my history. And I know like my great grandmother was around during, those times, and her mom, I believe, was a slave. So it like made me think, dang, I don't even know if like some of my ancestors are in there or so it was like that's why I said like when I came home I had a definite change of mindset and my perspective changed and I wanted to know more about my history and that's what I did right when I got home. Like I asked my mom and stuff and I tell her about my experience and stuff like that and that's when she was like, I don't have my grandma's number, but that's when she's like, you can call your grandma. Because I don't know much about my dad's side of the family. My mom don't know. So she really told me her side. And, she was like, you can talk to your cousin and stuff. I was like, okay, because, I do want to know. So,
That's important. That's a big piece of you. Do you think other young people should go on a trip like that or at least be able to have a chance to get that information?
Yeah, I definitely recommend it. You'll learn more about your own history. And, I think it's a great opportunity for you to really get out of, where you're used to and like see different places, meet new people, and have an experience that will definitely probably change how you view things, but you won't be the same person when you come back. That's what somebody had said on the phone. I forgot her name, but she was like,
Takara.
yeah, she was
She graduated
cool.
from UC Davis. Yeah, she graduated from UC Davis
Yeah.
this month.
And like that's really true. Like you're not gonna be the same person when you come back, and your mindset will definitely change a little bit. But you're learning more about your history, so I think it's definitely worth it, and it's fun. It's a good experience, and I think everybody in here should experience that.
Right on. Could I have the three of y'all stand up there real quick? So, given the fact that the three of you, and Naja's not here, she with her mom, which is cool. Being that y'all all on a road trip, what was something how was the airplane ride for y'all?
That was my first time being on an airplane. I forgot to say that. And I was just like, I was cool. Like, I kind of was cool. But when it took off, I said, oh, what's happening? Like, we going too fast. I don't like
I was
that.
asleep.
But yeah, you was asleep. But it was like, it was
Yeah,
cool.
knocked out.
But I think it was the last 10 to 15 minutes before we landed. I don't know why, but like my head started spinning. I really felt like we was in the air. And I was like, I don't like that. My stomach started kind of twisting and turning. And then we landed rough. I was like, I don't like that. Y'all know when we landed, it was like it was bumpy. I was like, I don't like that.
What about y'all?
Well, I don't like plane rides personally because I can't sleep on airplanes and I just feel so uncomfortable.
Yeah, it wasn't.
So I hate them, but I know it's the fastest way to get somewhere. So I gotta go through them.
What about you, Isis?
Them kids behind me was bad. Ooh, I don't know how DJ was sleeping through it, but that little boy was like playing the drums on the back of my seat. I was like, oh. And his mama just was looking at me, and I was just like, "So are you gonna do something?" Or I was like, "Okay." And then
Remember that one kid that was screaming?
Oh my god,
for like an hour straight.
That baby
My
was
voice
crying. And when we landed, that little boy said,
Yeah.
"Ah!"
I'll just be like, yo.
I was like, okay. I was like, okay. I don't think I could. If I ever have children, we's not taking an airplane. We just gonna have to drive because
I'm
that
gonna
was
have to
just,
beat you.
yeah.
I don't
Because I
wanna
was like,
do
that
all
was a
the
little
plane.
much.
How did y'all feel about your how y'all had the when we stayed in our hotel room? How did you feel about your bedmate?
Oh well, I think Kenya
She was cool.
cool.
That she was getting on my nerves.
Oh my god.
They did doubles.
Oh my god. So what was that? I think we were in Georgia and Naija and Deasha, they really got into an argument over the charger.
I wanted to sit next to the charger.
I was like, oh my god. I said, it's not that serious. Oh my god. It was so funny.
What was it over?
The
It
phone,
was-
like,
yeah,
when
the-
it plug in
the
your
outlet.
phone, the
So I can
outlet.
charge my phone.
And
She
then
was like, I sit always on this side. I've been sitting on the side. Okay, you've been sitting on the side for like 4 days. Move over.
oh no,
And then they tried to bring ISIS in there. They
Oh,
was like,
no.
ISIS in the same way. And ISIS was like, well, I'm not complaining. It was so funny.
Poor Isis.
Oh
She
my
was
God.
in the
they
middle
kept
of
putting
the
me in the middle. I was like, oh no. I was like, y'all got the issue. I'm fine.
Yeah, it was so funny.
That's cool. That's cool. Thank y'all so much. It was a pleasure for me to be rolling with
Well,
y'all.
thank
Y'all were
you.
like really positive, like because when I get into a hotel, as you can see, I'm usually tired and I go to bed. I just like get my stuff. I do my shower in the morning. I'm going to bed. But y'all was just cool because I've done this road trip where people snuck out. We was in Times Square, and Lord Jesus, you get kidnapped in Times Square, and you're gonna be gone. Because I nothing I can really do. So, but y'all was so responsible. Y'all looked out for each other. We did eat a lot of food. We left a lot of food. I ordered pizza and all kind of stuff I know I ain't supposed to be eating. But sorry we didn't get a chance to get back at the
But we
cheesesteak.
was eating good.
We was eating really
I know
good.
I was.
I know Big Daddy's. I had
I
all
like
come out
steak.
of it.
That was really good.
So thank you, ladies. Any more questions for them about the trip before?
No, but Kenya making me want some Philly cheese, whatever.
Oh,
she said.
exactly.
The Philly
It's
cheesesteak, it was
good.
so bomb.
And y'all didn't bring me
You
none,
ate yours
so-
hella fast.
It would have been good. It would have been.
Yeah, you was in the front seat. I said, you done? I was just starting up the car. I was like, what?
what? You really smashed through.
Yeah,
DJ, you didn't tell me what was your funniest moment.
Um,
I'm done with it.
Funniest moment.
there was a lot of funny moments.
Yeah.
There really was. Like,
Yeah, we did a lot of laughing, boy. Like, oh God.
And we're the best DJs in the car, y'all.
Yes,
Y'all-
they good
y'all-
DJs.
we're gonna ride with you.
Who
that
DJ'd
was
that
one
one
of
time?
the.
somebody was DJing they butt off when we were driving from DC down to Atlanta. It was
all of us.
or North Carolina. I think we stopped in North Carolina. That DJ was all of it was good, but that one was good. We were singing everything.
It was a little too far.
Yeah, I was in the
You
back seat.
said she was on her Snapchat going. I was like, oh my
Okay, I'll
god.
turn the car into a party.
I was having
It
a
was
whole
fun,
party
though.
back there.
It was good. They didn't overpack, thank God. I've had people who they didn't overpack at all.
So y'all want to give
Yeah.
packing tips?
Yeah.
Yeah. You said
Any funny moment for you? We heard it
I don't have a funny moment. It was
was so many of them.
Yeah,
It
there's
was
so many.
really
I don't
hard.
really have a favorite.
Naja was like killing me the whole trip though, cause she was acting so dumb.
Alabama.
She said, I eat vegetables, I eat pickles.
That's
She got pickles, tomatoes, them is fruits.
yeah. We was busted up. It was a lot of fun though. You guys were awesome. Thank you so much. All righty, ladies. All right, give me a cat.
All right, thank you.
Welcome to the
Thank you.